We said, is love the opposite of pleasure, of attachment, of jealousy? If love is that, then that love contains jealousy, attachment, and all the rest of it. Therefore, love, seeing all the implications of attachment, pursuit of desire, the continuous reel of remembrances. I loved and I am not loved. I remember that particular sexual pleasure or that particular incident which gave me delight. So the pursuit of that and the opposite of what is called love is then love the opposite of hate. You understand? Or love has no opposite. You following all this? It's hot. So we are finding out. Please go with it. You will see something extraordinary come out of this. I don't know what's coming out of it myself, but I can feel something extraordinary coming out of it if we all listen to ourselves, actually. And the religions have made love of God, love of Jesus, love of Krishna, love of Buddha, follow, totally unrelated to daily life. And we are concerned with the understanding and finding the truth of our daily life, the totality of it, not just sex or power or position or jealousy or some idiotic complex one has, but the whole structure and the nature of the extraordinary life in which we live. So, as we said, the opposite is not love. If we understand that through negation of what is not, which means not negating or denying in the sense of pushing it away, resisting it, controlling it, but understanding the whole nature and the structure and the implications of desire, of pleasure, of remembrance. Out of that comes this sense of intelligence, which is the very essence of love. Right? Are we meeting each other, sir? You say this is impossible. I'm young, I'm full of beans, and I'm full of sex. And I want to indulge in it. You may call it whatever you like, but I like that. Till I catch some disease or some man or woman runs away with another, then begins the whole circus. Jealousy, anxiety, fear, hatred, and so on. So what is one to do when one is young, full of life, all the glands highly active? What is one to do? Don't look at me. Look at yourself. which means, please listen, which means you cannot possibly depend on another to find out the answer. You have to be a light to yourself. You have to be a light to yourself in understanding, desire, remembrance, the whole attachment and all that. Understand it, live it, find out. Find out how the thought pursues pleasure endlessly. If you understand the depth and the fullness and the clarity of all that, then one will not be in a state of perpetual control, then guilt and regret. You follow? All that one goes through when one is young. If one is sensitive. If you are merely out for pleasure, well, that's a different matter. So, love is not the opposite of hate, of desire, or pleasure. So love is something entirely different from all that. Because love has no opposite. If you really understand this, go into it, not catch my enthusiasm, my vitality, my interest, my intensity, then we will find out what is much more inclusive than that is compassion. The very word is passion for everything. For the rock, for the stray animal, for the birds, for the trees, for nature, for human beings. How that compassion expresses itself is when there is that compassion, actually, not theoretically and all that nonsense. When there is actually that state of compassion, all action from that is action of intelligence. Because you cannot have love if you haven't understood the whole movement of thought. One cannot grasp the full beauty, the significance, and the depth of that word without understanding the whole business of attachment. Not intellectually, but actually, whether you are free from attachment. The man or the woman, from the house, from the particular carpet or particular something or other that you own. Right?